Facts that changed my life altogether after I read this book. The first was that the dividing line between the living and the dead is very thin. It was reassuring, even though it was startling. The second startling fact was that Meher Baba is the avatar of this age. I had never heard of Meher Baba. We had been devoted to Sai Baba of Shirdi all our lives. And he was our Guru, he was our avatar, he was our God. One would think that the introduction of the avatar into one's life would bring peace and calm to one's soul. For me, it was a period of turmoil. I began to worry. How would Sai Baba view all this? Whom could I turn to verify this audacious claim of Meher Baba that he was the avatar of the age? Would Sai Baba be displeased with me if I should worship Meher Baba as the avatar? There were questions and questions and questions. And I began to feel that the best source to answer these questions would be Sai Baba himself. I won't go into the details of the proofs that I asked of him, and he, in his grace, provided me with them. But it was sufficient to say at this point that Sai Baba was very, very kind, as he always is. And as my Guru, he did his duty to lead me to God. Our first visit to Mehrabad and to the Samadhi brought a lot of peace and calm to our souls. And as Karl has said, Baba touches the souls of all who worship or who pay their respects at the Samadhi. It was the same with me. It would be logical to think that my journey would now have been completed, but the fact is that any rational human being, when confronted with this data, would have felt that my journey in finding God should have ended here and come to a happy and logical conclusion. Intellectually, one understands that there is one God, but emotionally, it is sometimes difficult to accept it. And there are moments when the mind is besieged with questions of the duality of God. So it was with me, and although I was getting to love Meher Baba more and more, these nagging thoughts refused to leave me. And some of the questions were, should one forsake the master who has led one to the other, or should one pray to both? Should one ignore the earlier form because the newer form is also responsive? Is it possible to wipe out an old relationship with a new one, or can one be devoted to both interchangeably? If there is always a reason and time when Meher Baba enters our lives, perhaps when we need him most, why do doubts of duality and manyness nag us? Does this reek of lack of faith, or is it the product of an overactive, mischievous mind? Is it merely because of a strong sense of loyalty to the deity that has one worshipped for so long? It is strange, but while writing this story and in the process of putting all this confusion down on paper, a sudden thought came to me. Why not ask Karl if he has something to say on this? I got an answer immediately from Nan the next morning, and I quote from Karl's message. Yes, it is possible for all masters are correlated and joined in harmony. They can pass you on from one to the other whenever they feel it is necessary. There are impressions, however, in the human mind that make you aware of forms and names that you can identify them by. But the souls of the master are both fused together and separate as well. Yes. According to circumstances, Karl continues, according to circumstances, some will find that Baba is Baba. Someone else can feel that Baba is Krishna, and someone else that Baba is Jesus. But he is all of them rolled into one big, huge, compassionate, universal ball of spiritual love and energy. Actually, the soul of the Master is faceless and formless, but shows itself to you in ways that you can relate with in order to enter your consciousness, and gives you the happiness you experience when you first become aware of them. Love, Karl. Unquote. Finally, I asked Karl a question. I asked Baba, in fact through Karl, Dear Baba, you are aware of my spiritual past and the present. You, in your deep compassion, have responded to me in different forms at different times. Shankar, Mata, Krishna and Sai Baba. They are all in you. Please guide me and tell me who my master is. And though I may worship you in several forms, which is the one form which is most recommended to me to concentrate upon? And Baba's answer is something which gave me great joy, and I share it with you. Concentrate upon your own self, Rupa, for I reside within you. I am you and you are me. So when you ask who your real master is, know that it is both you and me. When you look into your heart, you will see me. When you listen to the voice within, it is my voice you will hear. Therefore, concentrate on love, concentrate on hope, concentrate on truth, and concentrate on the self. All these combined will make up your heaven, and I will be there watching over you with love, with hope, with truth and